Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. This could be your last chance, and I'm going to cover in this video why this could be your last chance and what we could do about it to get ready. So I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today's video is going to cover what I think is going to happen this year, right now, in the next couple months here, and why I think this could be your last chance to make serious gains in this upcoming bull run. So let's jump into it here. Alright, the charts currently are showing us that we are under 2.4 trillion market cap. So we're slowly coming down, kind of like I predicted would happen. And the question is, how low are we going to go? I'm recording this video last night as you're watching this. Right now, Bitcoin's right at 61,000. It could be down to 59 or 60,000, or it could be up to 63. Who knows what it's going to be at when this video comes out. I'm guessing it's going to probably be 61,000 or lower because of what the chart is showing here. Ethereum's under 3,000 now, and things are starting to slowly come down. And, we're starting to get a little bit of a correction in the market here. If we jump into the chart, like I said yesterday, we got rejected off that 65,000 level. And now we're starting to come back down. The question is, are we going to come down here and touch off from this 56,500 level? Or are we going to break through and come back down and crash down into the low 50s here? We'll have to see what happens. I'm expecting this to eventually come down in here. That would be my guess. If I had to guess, that would be my guess. But it's just a guess. The charts don't tell you exactly what's going to happen. It gives you a picture of what could happen, and that's pretty much all we can do with it. But we punched through here with like very little resistance, so I think we're going to probably come back down here and touch base before we take off. Now, why is this important? It's important because those of you who missed out on purchasing a lot of coins really cheap last year and like in 2022 when they were super cheap, this could be your last opportunity to get these coins at cheap prices. So, and I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you for sure that we're going to go off into a major bull run like we have in the past. All I can tell you is that's what's happened in the past. And this is not financial advice, but me personally, if I had to bet on this, I would put all my cards on the table that we're going to come down and we're going to crash over the next few months, and then later this year we're going to scream into a big bull run like we have in the past. Now, I could be wrong on that, but if I had to bet on it, and I am, that's what I would think is going to happen here. You guys do what you think is going to happen with, and play this how you want to play with it, but that would be my bet. And I'm not betting with money that I can't afford to lose. You got to remember that as well. I'm not borrowing money to put into crypto. I'm not doing crazy stuff to put into crypto. I'm making extra money to put into crypto. And if for some reason, crypto goes to, really low bear market again out of the blue for some reason, I'm not, at a big loss if that were to happen. It's not going to affect my lifestyle or my family or my financial future, other than it's going to prolong my financial freedom if that happens, because this is my ticket to financial freedom. So when I stress this is, I think it's important that if you feel the same way, that you do everything you can to make as much money now to put into the market when we get these big dips. And, there's no telling that we're going to go lower than this, what we're at here. We could bounce off this 60,000 level and take off again. We don't know for sure what it's going to do. The charts are kind of showing that we could come down to here and maybe we bounce and come back, or we keep coming down and hit this low 50,000 mark. That would be my bet as to what's going to happen here. There's no real big catalyst pushing us right now. There's a few small catalysts going on, but there's no big catalyst going on right now that I think are going to drive the crypto markets up. FTX I think they did some kind of settlement agreement where they're going to pay back 90% of the investments that were lost in the FTX collapse or something. I read something about that real quick, but I didn't get to read the whole article because I was at work, so I don't exactly know what's going on with that. But I read that might be a catalyst to help us take off again. I don't know. I'm kind of doubting that. That wouldn't, to me, really be a big catalyst for anything, but who knows what's going to happen. But there's lots of things that you can do to make extra money out there if you're trying to get as much money into this market as you possibly can. There's second jobs that you could take. You could drive, like I've said before, you could drive for Lyft or Uber and deliver food to people. There's a lot of people out there that order food. There's lots of Lyft and Uber drivers out there. I know some people can do Walmart Spark. I know some of my kids have done that, some of my adult kids, and they've driven for Walmart Spark, and I think you can make like $20 some per delivery. So that adds up over time. There's things that you can do to make extra money. It's now coming into spring and summertime. I know in the South, people are already mowing their lawns and stuff. You could mow lawns to make extra money. And, there's lots of things that you could do over the next few months to make extra money to, put extra funds into the market and get as much accumulation as you can during this next dip here to accumulate as much crypto as you can. So if we take off into a big bull run later this year, that your bags are packed and ready to go for it. This may be our last true bull run that we get, and hopefully we get this bull run, and hopefully we get a true bull run here. There's no guarantee that we're going to, but this may be the last true bull run that we get. If we get a bunch of regulation in the space and they start cracking down on, who can launch a crypto token and who can do this or that with crypto, and they crack down on DEXs and whatever else they're planning on doing, we'll have to see what happens with it. But this could be your last chance to make some serious profits in the upcoming bull run. So I just want you to think about that and think about this could, if this is your last chance to make serious gains in crypto, what are you going to do to make sure that that happens for you and get financially free if that is the case? That's all I can say about it. Now, I wouldn't go borrowing money to do this. I think that's risky, and I'm not saying that that's what you should do. You don't want to put yourself in a bind if this doesn't work out and if we don't take off into a big bull run for some reason, because then you're in a horrible situation if that were the case. So just be careful what you're doing. I'm just trying to get your thought process going as to what could you do to make extra money on top of what you're making now to get as much into the market as possible. And like I said, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying if it were me, this is what I would do. And I'm trying to do as much as I can to get extra funds into this market right now. And I'm also saving money off on the side as well. So there's lots of things, because I've taken out some profits on some of my coins, not real recently, but a few months ago. And I put like 20% of my profits maybe into the market. And I put about 80% in savings for now, because I already have a big portfolio built up. And I don't want too much of my savings put into crypto. I want to make sure I've got a good chunk off to the side in case we don't go into another big bull run. So I've secured profits and put some of those off to the side. So I'm already profitable in this bull run in case something does happen. That's kind of where I'm going with my strategy. But I have a lot of funds into the market, and I'm hoping that we take off into a big bull run like we have in the past. There's some people that are getting scared right now because of this dip, and they're seeing not a lot of activity on the blockchain. There's not a lot of transactions in the blockchain. There's not a lot of volume. It's kind of a down market right now. And this is why they say sell in May and go away, because typically this time of year, people lose interest and the markets have a correction. People go away for a while, forget about it, and kind of give up on the market. And then usually in the fall and winter is when we take off, in crypto, especially right after the halving, and go into a screaming bull run. And hopefully that's what happens here. But, like I said, I'm playing this as if we're going to go into a big bull run later this year, and I'm placing my bets on the table that's going to happen. And if we get further correction in the market here, I'm going to put some more funds in and pick up some more coins and add them to my portfolio. I added a few coins last week, and I'm going to try to add some more if we get some more dips here. I just got to get some extra money ready if that were the case. So, I don't know what your strategy is here, but there's lots of things that you can try to think about doing to try to get more crypto accumulated for the upcoming bull run. And maybe that's what you want to do. That's up to you and what you want to do with your investments. But, anywhere else out there, where are you going to get these kind of returns if we do go into a big bull run? You know, you're not. I can't think of anything else out there that could give me a 10, 20, 30, 50, 100x on my coin, on my investment over a course of less than a year. If, you know, a year and a half, whatever it is, if that's what I'm trying to do. I can't think of anything else out there other than, you know, maybe getting lucky and winning the lottery, but your chances of doing that are very slim to none. At least with crypto, you've got a fair chance of making some profits if you take them out and aren't too greedy and wait for crazy dollar amounts that, you know, may never hit. You know, you don't want to be greedy either, so make sure that you're not being greedy when we're coming into a bull run here. You know, I would for sure start taking out my initial investment if you got a 5 to 10x on your coins, and then from there start heavily taking out profits on up from there. And even if you got a 3 or 4x on your in your initial investment, if you got a 3 to 4x, maybe you want to take out your initial investment if you want to play it safe. You know, if it's money that you don't really care about losing, then maybe you're a little more risky with it. But definitely make sure you're taking out profits on the way up, guys, because that's the mistake I made last time. I did take out my initial investment when I had a big pump. You know, I had 25,000 invested in the market last time around from investment account that we had. I borrowed that 25,000 out of the. I took it out of the investment account because it wasn't like it wasn't a retirement account. It was an investment account, but not a retirement account. And I put it in the crypto. I turned that into like $100,000 in just like a month or so. And I took out my initial investment and put that back into that investment account, and then I played with the rest of it and got that up to 6 figures, and then I never took out any more profits from there really. So I made that mistake, and then we had a big correction in, and I remember Mother's Day, which is coming up here real soon this weekend. I remember Mother's Day, we had a big crash that Sunday, and maybe we'll get one this Sunday, I don't know, but we had a big crash in the market that Mother's Day. And I was sitting there depressed because I had all this, I had 6 figures of profits, then I didn't take any out, and we had this big crash, and the market crashed really hard, and I think, you know, I was down, I don't remember how much I was down a lot to where I was sitting there stressed out, and I had never been so stressed in my life seeing that much money go away that quickly. I was like, oh man, and it was terrifying, especially being in crypto my first time. So, you know, that's why I stress to really take out profits on the way up, because you want to make sure that you're securing some profits, you know, if we do take off into a big bull run. Now, that wasn't the halving year, it was the year after the halving. It was 2021. So that was, you know, 3 years ago. So that would be next May in comparison to where we're at in the bull run. But we seem to be possibly a little early in this cycle. So we'll see what happens. Are we a year early? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But, you know, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for this video, guys. I think this could be our last chance to get ready for financial freedom. Is this bull run could be our last chance. These few months here could be your last chance to make that happen. If there's coins in your portfolio, I seen Peter from House of Crypto's video yesterday talking about coins in his portfolio that are like XRP and XLM and some of these other coins that really haven't ever done anything for the past several years. Even though the lawsuit's almost over, people are hoping that XRP is going to pump, and he's dumping those coins and selling them and moving those funds into coins that he's more confident in, that are better. They're better narratives for this upcoming bull run, like AI and gaming and DePIN and real world assets and some of these other narratives that are a lot better than the ISO 222 narrative. Now, he didn't mention quant, I don't think, in that video. I have some quant that is an ISO 222 token, but me personally, I'm not selling my quant. I'm going to hold on to it because I'm confident in the project. And if for some reason it doesn't do anything this bull run, it's not a big deal. It's like, you know, not even 10% of my portfolio now. So if it doesn't do much, you know, I'm not too worried about it. But I think it will do. I think it'll do well in this upcoming bull run. We'll have to see what it does, because they could get some kind of artificial intelligence program on the Overledger, and they just maybe haven't announced it yet. We don't know what they've got up their sleeve, so I'm hanging on to it just in case, because I think the prices on it right now are still fantastic. But that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Make sure you're getting ready for this upcoming bull run. Like I said, this could be your last chance to make some serious life-changing wealth if we take off into a big bull run. So keep that in mind. But I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me.